Hey, welcome back to my channel. Back almost a year on this platform. Today, in this video, I will share 5 common mistakes made by a fresher in a resume, and will also show you how to structure your resume, which will help you to get shortlisted in more companies. And I will also share one of the best platform out there to make your resumes. And I will also provide you with my own personal template, which helped me to get into 3 companies. Before we get right into those 5 mistakes, let me just understand why structuring your resume is important. From perspective of recruiters and HR, they get hundreds of resumes every day for a single job opening. They don't have much time to spend to go through all the details you mention in your resume. So they have hardly 10 to 15 seconds to look at a resume and decide they are going to shortlist or not. It all depends on how attractive is your resume, and that is the deciding factor here to get shortlisted. Let's dive into 5 common mistakes. First one is the lack of focus. Freshers often make the mistake of creating a generic resume that does not highlight their specific skills and experience relevant to the job they are applying for. To avoid this, it is important to tailor your resume to the job description by including the relevant keywords, skills, experience that match the job requirements. Let's, for example, there is a job opening and the job description is given. They need a person with a basic knowledge in any programming language, level 1 understanding of OOPS concepts, and he or she should be good at MS Excel. And they have mentioned 3 skills. If you include these 3 skills in your resume, that would be a very good factor to get shortlisted, because the recruiters are looking for these particular 3 skills. And if you don't mention any of the skills in your resume and any of 2 are present, then also you will get shortlisted. And if you haven't had any of the 3 here, then there are very less chances of you getting shortlisted for that job posting. So before applying for a job, just go to the job description, read it through, give it a 2 minutes 5 minutes read, and understand what they're really asking, what they really need in a person for this job. If you have those skills, edit your resume right at that moment, add those skills and apply for the job. Let's jump into the second mistake. It's poor formatting. I have seen uh, people's resumes, they use multiple fonts, multiple colors, and they think it's like how attractive and different and unique the font you make, that will get the attention of the recruiter. That's not the uh, truth out here. So please keep in mind, so you need to keep your resume simple and direct. A poor formatted resume can be a turn-off to potential employers. Avoid using fancy fonts, colors, or images that make your resume difficult to read. Instead, use a clear, easy to read font. There are like 2 fonts out there, Arial or the Times New Roman, and ensure that the layout is consistent throughout the document. Everything you need, it needs to be in an order. For just suppose in your resume, the first section is the education one. There is an order to be followed in that section. First, you should mention your latest pursuing degree percentage. Then you should mention your 12th and then 10th. There is an order. So don't worry, I will share my sample template. You will get whole idea how your resume should look like. And let's go to the third mistake: missing or inaccurate information. It is essential to provide accurate contact details in your resume, including your education, work experience, skills, and achievements. Leaving out the key details or providing inaccurate information can harm your chances of getting a job. Be honest as much you can in your resume. Don't try to fake it until you make it like 100%. Don't go on this motto. For suppose you have added a course certification, in the certificate section you have given that you have completed a basic of C programming from Udemy. just say. And you have mentioned that you have also has a certificate for it. And in the interview, out of nowhere, for suppose the recruiter or HR asked to show him the certificate, and now you have mentioned it but you don't have the certification. Now that's a lie. You lied in your resume, and that's will lead straight to your rejection for that interview. So remember this thing also. The interviewers are very experienced, they can catch a lie in matter of seconds. So be honest in your resume, don't try to lie and get by every time. For some events it might work, but most of the time it doesn't work. And the fourth one is lack of accomplishments. Most of you might have hard time filling this section in resume. Your resume is about how you have spent your 4 years of undergrad program. Other than studies, what have other things you have achieved? Like any, you won any competitions? Have you done any mini project or a big projects in your in span of 4 years or 3 years? List and any participation you did in events or workshops. Just make sure you add this all your achievements in your extracurricular activities and achievement section. There's a separate section for this in your resume. Make sure you add everything you did in the past 4 years or 3 years undergrad program. The small projects or the big project, they all the participate you are participating you did for the events and workshops, any courses you get a certificates, make sure you add them. And the last one is the grammatical errors and typos, most common mistakes made by freshers while creating the resume. A resume with grammatical errors or typos can be a red flag to the potential employers, as it suggests a lack of attention to the detail or professionalism. Make sure to proofread your resume carefully and consider asking a friend or a professor to review it. Uh, it doesn't matter how good your resume look like. You have done an internship from very big corporations, but there is a single grammatical or a couple of grammatical errors. If the recruiter want, he can just reject you right at the moment. So these are all the five common mistakes which are made by the freshers while creating a resume. Try to avoid this, correct yourself, and you will get shortlisted for the companies. And now I will share you the template which I was talking about